Jiren punches Goku and Goku still stands.
Oh, Goku took that head on.
Jiren powers up again.
Jiren's chi is spiking up again.
Goku's hair turns silver.
Look, Goku's hair turned silver.
Goku's smacking Jiren around.
Look, Jiren's getting smacked around.
Goku blasts Jiren through the stage.
Look, Jiren's gone. Oh, wait, look, he's hanging in there.
Goku hits Jiren more.
Look, Goku is hitting Jiren more.
Goku loses Ultra Instinct.
Look, Goku's not using Ultra Instinct anymore.
Vegeta suggests Goku and him team up.
Oh, look, Vegeta suggested that they team up.
Goku and Vegeta are working well as a team.
Look, teamwork is valuable.
What's up, guys? So now that manga chapter 41 of Dragon Ball Super is now out in English, we're ready for the post-translation review. If you saw my hot take review, you know that I liked it more than the last previous chapters, and I think that's in large part due to the little amount of story coverage that we have to actually do. I felt like when there was actually story needed to be told, it was very rushed and it was very sloppily done. But now that there's just a fight to focus on, I felt like it was more refined, but still has its problems. Do I feel that same way now after having read it in English? I actually think that the dialogue here makes the chapter even worse. I don't know how that's even possible, but I'll get into that in a second. But we're going through here, through the events of the manga, and the very first panel, I thought this was a really cool drawing when, Jiren has powered up and Goku is in Ultra Instinct Omen, and Jiren now has this aura, and then Krillin, like a freaking idiot, is like, oh, we see an aura around Jiren, oh my god, thanks, Krillin, I didn't see that. Oh my god. So, I mean, I already talked about how cool I thought the fight was. I thought it was interesting. I do think on second viewing of this that the art is a little bit, I don't know, inconsistent. But Jiren kicks Goku, and Goku kind of slides back. And then here's another example. Krillin, again. Oh, Goku took that head on. As if we didn't see it. One important thing about drawing or writing a manga is that you show what's going on and you don't say it. But when you show what's going on and also say it, it's really super annoying because you're getting the same thing twice. You know what I'm saying? So you got the Exposition King Whis here telling us what's happening and that Goku's actually moving in such a way to where Jiren isn't gonna harm him really, so that he can take his punch, which I felt was kind of obvious. Jiren had that one hit against him, but for the most part Goku's dodging around and Jiren's smack talking and he's like, you're just dodging, you're not gonna win this fight if all you're doing is dodging. Now we actually have kind of a explanation for Ultra Instinct in here in the manga, and Goku's like, I'm getting rid of necessary emotions, so now my mind is as calm as Mount Paozu. I'm feeling really nostalgic about Mount Paozu all of a sudden. A completely necessary emotion nostalgia is. I think it's kind of funny how he kind of just contradicted himself in literally the next panel. Getting rid of unnecessary emotions, and then he has nostalgia for Mount Paozu. It's like Toyotaro's like, hey, I know about Dragon Ball, let me just shove in a name drop. So then we have a really cool panel here. I like the composition of this, of Jiren powering up and Goku just kind of standing there all calm-like. But in the next page, we have the same exact angle of Jiren powering up. I'm like, okay, so you're just gonna redo panels now. It's very apparent here to me that Toyotaro doesn't he can't think of more interesting stuff to put here, so he cuts away to people talking so that he doesn't have to draw more fight or something like that. I don't know if that's the case, that's just kind of how it feels to me. What do you guys think about that? But of course, we have the coup de grace of the freaking chapter and of Goku just going into Ultra Instinct, perfected Ultra Instinct, which we will see later. It's not very perfect, but it definitely does grant him enough power or whatever to just start wailing the crap out of Jiren. And all of this is pretty cool. Now we have Mr. Captain Obvious himself, Krillin. Goku's hair turned silver. Wow, thank you. Are you trying to explain this for the blind? Because the blind can't read what you're saying. We literally just saw Goku's hair turn a different color. Oh, okay, I guess it looks white in the manga, so you have to say that it looks silver. Okay, fine. I'll give a pass to that then. But now we just have so much exposition here, and just says he perfected Ultra Instinct, which isn't exactly perfect. And then we have that page where everybody's like, oh, I thought only a god could do that. I wonder what they're talking about when they say that. They've already mentioned Ultra Instinct. So why is it that they're trying to have some sort of like mystery or build up to Goku saying Ultra Instinct? You know? Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like Goku Badass, the chapter, so they have to do that even though it was stupid. So they're having this super intense fight. Goku has the exposition about how the stage is shaking. Again, you could have shown that instead of cutting away to somebody saying that. This panel here of the blast just going right through the freaking stage, that's super awesome. Unfortunately, that awesomeness is undercut by more dialogue of everybody saying, oh, is Jiren out? He must be eliminated. Dude, guys, you know, if he was eliminated, he would be sitting right next to you. He's obviously not out. And then, obviously, they see him hanging off the stage. Look, he's hanging off the stage. Just cutting to them every so often, just for the sake of cutting away from the fight. That's what it feels like. It just feels like it's a pointless cutaway. But now we're leading up to Goku losing perfected, quote-unquote, Ultra Instinct. And again, this is another instance where we're not shown this. It's very unapparent that this is happening. We have maybe one panel, and it looks like Goku's is struggling a little bit, but it's not apparent that that struggle is because he can't hold on to the perfected Ultra Instinct. It feels like it's because Jiren keeps persisting on his assault against Goku and trying to gain the upper hand against him. So when Goku loses Ultra Instinct, it's very out of nowhere. So then I guess Toyotaro, since he doesn't seem to be able to show this, like in a very easy way to show this would be to show him like one panel of him flickering out of perfected Ultra Instinct, you know? And that would be like, uh-oh, a major foreshadowing of what's going to happen. And maybe that would have been annoying too. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Goku should have beat him here? Or do you think Jiren should have just kept powering up to where he gets the upper hand and then beat Goku? Just put your thoughts in the comments below. But again, we get exposition from Whis. He's like, oh, Goku is losing perfected Ultra Instinct, which makes it not perfected Ultra Instinct. If he had perfected it, then he would be able to hold on to it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they should have just said like full Ultra Instinct or not mastered or perfected. I mean, it might be a nitpick that I'm just like, it's all semantics, you know? So anyway, we kind of get a neat little callback to the old days of Dragon Ball Z. I don't remember the last time they did this to where these guys are zipping around and the weaker characters like lose track of them. And it seems that everybody except for Beerus can really keep track of their movements, which is interesting. I don't like how they put Piccolo in there, though. But I guess that just is showing how much farther ahead Piccolo they are at this point. And even before Goku loses, we don't even see the finishing blow. They're just moving really fast, and then Goku's out of Ultra Instincts. Like, how about a little bit of drama here? How about Goku starts losing it, and then he's struggling to hold on to it, and that's what gives Jiren the upper hand to kind of give him that final blow. But instead, just like the Gohan and Kefla fight, we didn't see that fight. There's so much stuff that we didn't see that could have been like amazing, but instead we're just left wondering what happened. You know, we're just like Krillin. We're wondering what happened. We can't keep track of their movements, so we don't see what happens. So Vegeta saves him, which is probably my favorite part in this entire chapter, other than the stuff in the fight itself. And then we get onto Jiren's wish. He wants to resurrect his old master so that he can tell Jiren how much of a good boy he is. I mean, this is some serious like scarring issues to where one death affects this guy so much that it's been like the single thing that drives him his entire life. But we don't learn that naturally. We have a good couple pages of Topo literally expositing Jiren's motivations. And if you take the anime, for instance, that's what Belmont did in the anime. So this time it's just Topo basically explaining it to Dispo. And the poor guy's master died from a monster. And it's very, very thin. It's very basic. It feels like it's just shoved in there because, hey, we need to give Jiren something, Let's just throw something in there. Hey, he wants to resurrect his master. But at least they did that. At least they actually told us what his wish is. In the anime, they didn't. He just, they alluded to a wish that he had, but they never actually said what that wish was, It's probably to resurrect his master, because apparently Jiren's master is the only one that matters, and Jiren being stronger than their god of destruction isn't enough. He's like, I need my master to give me some cred. But one thing I actually thought was really awesome, the only good thing that come out of the dialogue in this, was Goku and Vegeta's teamwork, which we do see in the panels. We see that they're getting the upper hand on Jiren, but it's not very apparent that it is because they are fighting in sync. Unless you look at it a little closer. When you look at it a little closer, okay, yeah, it seems like they're doing good teamwork. In the anime version, it's an interesting contrast to the anime because they were not fighting in sync at all. They were getting each other's way and everything. And here we're actually having some great payoff for their training with Whis in working together. So I personally thought that was kind of cool. Despite the fact that we had freaking paragraphs of dialogue explaining it, and Whis is his cocky self is like, oh ho ho ho, I taught them all this without them even knowing. And that just kind of irked me a little bit. And I'm like, are you telling me that Vegeta and Goku are so dumb that in their entire training with you, it never clicked, hey, this is a combo move that we're doing, and we're now working together? These guys are genius fighters. I feel like that if they are working on a combo move or working together, it would have clicked to them that they are working together against, when they're training against Whis, trying to fight Whis. I feel like that would have clicked with them, but I don't know. It's whatever. What do you guys think about that? Oh, and one thing I loved was when they were explaining Jiren's wish, and he wanted to get recognition from his master. I'm like, oh, so you just wanted him to tell you you're a good boy? And then Vegeta says that exact same thing. So really cool stuff. And I guess I thought it was interesting that Jiren's master is the one who presented him to the Pride Troopers so that he would learn teamwork. Even though, he's so strong now that he doesn't really need teamwork, but now he's learning that, okay, maybe he does need teamwork, but only because Goku is an ass-pull master. Otherwise, he wouldn't need teamwork. He would just need his strength. So, and I do think that teamwork is a valuable lesson to learn, especially because he's in the situation that he's in now, because he felt that he didn't need his team, Topo and Dispo's help, even though they were completely out of energy and couldn't even jump back to the stage, so they were worthless anyway. So I think that this lesson to him would have hit home a lot more if those guys could actually contribute, But I like the pushing of the teamwork aspect of stuff, and I really hope that the next chapter keeps up with the Goku and Vegeta in their base forms, beat up versus Jiren, who's beat the crap out of. I hope it doesn't spin a 180 or something, because Frieza is standing over there watching them. Last we saw him, he was just standing on a piece of floating stage when Android 17 blew himself up, and he's still over there. He's still got to be over there watching this whole thing. If anything, I hope they triple eliminating each other, and then Frieza's over there, so they win. And then Frieza has his wish. And hopefully it's unselfish. But they might not be going that route with this as they did in the anime. Which, speaking of the anime, this is basically episode 130 of the, or 129 of the anime, whatever. It's the Mastered Ultra Instinct versus Jiren fights. And I really think that the dialogue, and that's basically it. That's the differences and similarities. It's just that fights with different choreography, you know? And different repercussions. This time we didn't see how Goku went out of it. He just kind of faded out of it, I guess, or he got punched out of it. The other one, it looked like somebody slashed him in the back, which was weird in the anime, that is. But the dialogue here really brought this whole thing down for me. It was really annoying of everybody just explaining what happens right after it happens. I feel like Toyotaro doesn't have like confidence in his drawing abilities, and to be honest, I've lost all confidence in this arc, in this manga, and I just don't think it's a lost cause. It's been a lost cause for a while. And, you know, when it started, I was like, oh man, you know, the anime wasn't that great, but we have the manga, so I really hope that they can just fix the issues. But instead, they went different directions with certain things, but those directions were almost solely for the sake just to be different, you know? It didn't make anything better. So anyway, I still think this chapter is a little bit better than the previous chapters. What do you guys think? I think that pretty much sums up my thoughts on the chapter. So as always, thanks a lot for watching. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of fun Dragon Ball videos on here and a lot of fun music too. So thanks a lot for joining, and take it easy.